everyone. Hopefully it will come back. So check 1 2 1 2. Is everyone still there? It crashed. So wouldn't you isn't it always the case? Here I am, I get a raid from the mothership, and then it crashes. Well, it was fun while it lasted. There were the official raid from Wizards. Alright, so we're getting mana screwed here again, so at least they're running out of cards, so hopefully this will help. Yeah, everyone's playing so many color shenanigans. This is all the colors except red. You are back. Yep, welcome back. We had some technical difficulty there. 1 2 3 4 5 6. I guess I'll be able to get that very soon. The system just crashed. And the raid that Wizards had given has then been transferred to someone else. So that's dumb. But yeah, let's keep playing this. I'm still trying to get this to work. Hopefully they put it on. Okay, so that little dolphin actually makes other things unblockable, so that's cool. They've pacified 2 of my big creatures. They have 1 more card in hand. I got all my rumblers out. Doom Pangolin, that's really cool art, and they got all their pacifies out. So they're living the dream. Let's see, what will they top deck here? Anything good? Interesting. How about a haste? 5/5. Even though they have 28 life, I'm sure they'll still want to block. Double block on that, fine. They have 2, 3, 4, 5. They have 5 in total. That mage doesn't do much. I guess I'll bring in this, the lava serpent at the end. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's lethal, but obviously I'll be able to block something unless they do one final pacify. That's not a pacify. I want to cycle something out. Do they get anything good? They drop the land and instead they get one final pacify. No, well, that's still not. That's 2, 3, 4, 5. Final land. Okay. Okay, so it's coming down to this. They're going to have 4 blockers. They're going to have 4 attackers. And I have 4 as well. So let's see if we don't get one final pacify here. It'll be their full set of 4. Okay, they're doing that instead. That's fine. And they're doing that. Okay, that's actually could be something, right? I could attack with 2 of those 5/4s. That's lethal for them. And there's a Luca. Okay, well, let's first attack with 2 big ol' 5/4s. Bring out 1 more blocker and a planeswalker, sure. How about this? How about I exile one of these pacified creatures and instead bring out another 5/4, another 5/5. So is Luca gonna be able to save me? No, they're still gonna cycle stuff out. Okay, I don't know. So the final lava serpent, I don't have anything larger than the lava serpent, so I won't be able to sacrifice that rumbler for something else. Final links, okay. Two mana in total. So I don't think this is gonna work, but might as well do it. This creature isn't doing much. So that one counts. Forgot about that one. That's also a 5. Okay, that's a 4. So there's 2 creatures, either the Cloud Piercer at 5 or the Serpent at 6, that would work with Luca's minus. So because they pacified all my creatures, I was able to exile 1 to then bring back another one. So that's what this one does as well. And it'd be amazing. I've done it once where I did the -7. All your creatures then do damage to the opponent. That's cool. Now they must have one final thing in hand because it keeps pausing. Probably one final cycle card. One final gain for life. Okay, well, math is for blockers. That did its thing. I just noticed that it was 2 losses in total and best of 1. Yeah, some of these events and rewards are so bad. Like, it's like just virtual currency, and it's like, yeah, it's only 500 to get in, but like, why don't they should really, like, best of 3 should always be, there should never be such thing as best of 1 on Arena. Like, that's not real Magic. And I know that everyone says everyone should play how they want, but sorry, like, best of 1 is not real Magic. This is the one thing I will not budge on, that best of 1 is not real Magic. It's just a monetization scheme by the company to have people throw away their money, because if I lost 2, if I paid 500 and I lost 2, yeah, that's gonna feel bad. But if I pay 500 and lose 2 best of 3, where I had a fighting chance that I wasn't just randomly paired with an opponent I could not deal with, there's no feel bads right there. So that's my hot take. Everything should be best of 3 always. So I'm battling Jeebus. Let's see if they bring out a 3rd turn Zirda. That would be unwise. They're going to cycle 1 thing right now. So they're probably going to keep holding back. They know I have burn. Although with 1 open mana in Ikoria, another Drannith, they're going to cycle that. So I've got another one of the Boros decks. I guess as soon as I saw that what was happening there, I should probably move on. The Boros deck is good. With that Triome, they definitely have everything that they need. So there's like 3 elemental creatures. This one's a fox, but there's 3 that are in these 3 colors. There's Lura, Zirda, and Kahira. This one's a 3/3. Kahira's a 3/2. I don't remember what Lurus is. Well, looks like their deck is coming online. They've cycled into a lot of cycling, so they probably have some combat trick here. That's fine then. Okay, let's bring out a big old creature, then we'll bring out our Luca Planeswalker. you have to tap. You have to. There's the Zedra has to tap their creature to make mine unblockable, and there's only a 1/1 to go through. So let's see how many times they cycle here. Okay, well, this is the big payoff. They're definitely playing this deck by the book. It's building up a lot of board presence, and I'm not going to be able to defeat it. Yeah, let's just move on. So let's claim those rewards. Again, in this format, there really isn't much of... in this format, there isn't too much rewards here. What does everyone think about that? You pay 500, you play 2 games of best of 1, and then no wins is 3 cards. They're all uncommons. 150 gold is the next level, then 300, then 450, and then 600. So I don't think this is worth it at all. I got 450. I paid 500 to get into it, and again, they really set up the entry fees like you're gonna pay 500, but you're not gonna get 500 back. Let's set this one up in terms of completely Ikoria only. So probably they might have some fun enchantments. Let's set it up this way. So I'm going to give that one more shot, and then we'll see here if we'll wrap it up or not. Yeah, most likely after this I'll wrap it up. It's already midnight here, Pacific time. And there was a hiccup in the stream, but I've been streaming for... I can't really tell anymore. Actually, will this tell me over here? So it did disconnect, but I don't know if it's keeping track of the continual time. I thought I restarted it fast enough. No, I didn't restart it fast enough. But, okay, well, if I get my 3rd land, I'll have Kahira online. 4 hours, that makes sense. I should just do the regular math, right? Okay, there we go. They probably won't block this, even though they can take it. Oh, I guess they will. Okay. Sometimes people get very precious about protecting their mana dorks. Primal Empathy doesn't do anything yet, right? Okay, that destroys enchantments. That's an enchantment. Okay, let's do this. Let's see if they block again. That 2/5, and then we've got a combat Trickerino. Sorry, not sorry. Okay, so they lost one of their ramp. But they do have 4 lands. I missed my mana drop. If I get my mana drop here, I can do the Cub Warden. Frost Links, okay. That's fine. Let's make some cats. Attack with a Vigilant 2/5. And see how that goes. Okay, this could be some big shenanigans. They could have that one octopus with flash. I do have 2 answers to that, however. Might as well use this mana on this cat right here. One of these not-so-cute cats. Okay. 28 life. They have 5 mana. They're in Simic colors. Ikoria only. What? There's an otter. Sure. Good game. Yep. Okay, well, that's 1 so far. Get a gem on that. Or 20 gems. So that was giving me some card that I already had. That's how you get gems. If you already have a particular card, you get a gem. Or 20 gems. Okay, turn 1 Garrison Cat, which then can be protected via Fight as 1, or Will of the Hunter, turn 2, or Cycle, turn 3 Orphan Guard, and then we're getting into Cub. And then they had to mulligan. Okay, so we'll do the hello for good karma. Turn 1 cat. Alright, so they're gonna go with a Azorius bird people, I guess, even though that's green mana right there. Naturist, sure. So the Huntmaster is pretty cool too, but it works a little bit better when there's other things on the board, especially weaker things, because then it makes other things stronger. So we have 3 mana in total. That's enough for that bird, I guess. Okay, they're gonna go with bird. So they've got 4 mana with that mana dork, what are they going to do there? And everything of mine has vigilance, but I don't have blocking ability. There's another one of those flyers. Sure, they're good gaming me. Okay, I guess they're seeing my strength as 2 strongs. Okay, fine. Nerve loss. You couldn't quite do it, so that's okay. Is this the shock and awe of these kitty cats? Got my synergies going on. All of these creatures with vigilance and mutates and all of that good stuff. Okay, so, yep, this will work. Got some removal, got a turn 1 play. They have the evil version of my cat, so that's going to be tricky. I'm definitely going to need to take that out as soon as possible. They got a cycling fox, okay. They will not block this. They might attack with their fox cycled up 1 time. Nobody can stand against the cats. I believe that. Okay, there's 1 cycle, like I said. Not attacking yet. Okay. How about a 2/2 cat with vigilance? So they'll cycle at least once here. They probably won't bring Lurrus out that fast. They want to have stuff in the graveyard. Dead weight, sure. That still makes me a blocker. So I get to do this to both. So I hardly get to use both modes of that. Okay, so there's a Lurrus. They can't... they're going to do a dead weight. Great. Okay, so I need both my divine arrows, but I've only got 1 white mana for it. Hopefully they send that Lurrus out. Okay, well, let's do this. And just hold off again. Never mind, they're going to cycle that fox into 5. Yeah, this is why this deck is wrecking the... what Daybreak said, that it's also wrecking Legacy, because that recycling right there, Lurrus, is clearly with very low casting cost things. Like, you're gonna keep cycling that stuff over and over. You've got plenty of removal, you've got plenty of value creatures. That's a strong deck. I don't think I had much to remove it with, though, so just had to move on. I've been getting lucky that I've been getting all these myself to be like turn 1 to play first, that is. So that's living the dream right there. We're playing mono red, so my Kahira won't be around forever, but there's a little bit of time before that trap goes off. Plus fight as once can do indestructible. So I'll have to do that. If they get their fourth land, they probably then want to do, they want to do damage from their trap to my Kahira, but then my fight as one. Oh, I guess that's fine too. So let's see what they do here. If they spring the trap, that's 4 mana, and then I can fight as one to save Kahira, and then still have enough, well, not actually, I won't have enough to then hit the Proud whatever. Okay, the Ozolith, sure. There's no counters just yet. So there's no counters on that Ozolith. We'll set up a Cub Warden over here with a 3/5 body, 2 blockers, everything vigilance, plus lifelink. So now that's out of range of their trap. I just realized they're playing Gruul. Actually, I thought it was just mono red. So they could attack. Oh, they're going to do that. Sure. Should I even do anything about that Ozolith? Actually, they don't have any enchantments, so I guess never mind. We'll try to go all in here. Actually, let's go all in like this. Everything else gets a +1. 3, 6, 4, 6, 4, 5, 3, 3. How does that even happen? Because it's the power of cats. $28 life to 7, and then they're just flooding. Okay. Well, that's never fun, but I guess they could spring that trap on my 2/2, have 1 less attacker. Now they have 1 blocker, okay. So all of those shenanigans were just about so springing their trap on my little cat and tapping their goblin to do 1 damage was still all to be just like, good game, I want to do something. Fine. So, okay, 3 wins so far. I thought I was on a perfect streak, but no, of course, Lurus finished. I mean, Lurus was a speed bump. Apologies if I'm a little low energy. I guess streaming for 4 hours makes that happen. Well, there's the first appearance of Vivian. So they've got a Tranquil Cove. It would do that. Oops, they got one of those things. So, let's see. I guess it'll be okay to bring out this. I doubt that they'll attack with their 3-1. They'll just cycle to make some sacrificial fodder. Oops, 3 colors. I guess they fight each other. It wasn't a one-way bite. That was probably a misplay. They probably have one more cycle card, and yeah, see, there it is. They probably thought that it was one-directional. Target creature you control fights target creature you don't. So it's a fight, it's not a bite. That is different. Okay. We have one more cycle card in hand. Okay, this will be cool. So at the moment, since that was already there, it doesn't have summon sickness. It's a 3/5 lifelink vigilant creature. Next turn, I guess if they bring a big creature, I have my Blade Banish. They have an Evolving Wilds. Fight as one could be used to take out their healer if they think about blocking a 1/1. There's that Janeth healer there. I mean Stinger, Janeth Stinger. Okay, well, double blocking A. Yeah, wait a minute. Double blocking, that would have been 4 damage anyway, and it's a 3/5, so they must have one more combat trick up their sleeve. Uh-oh, they're going to 4/4 that. Okay. Ah, their poor little cat over here is freaking out. I think this is my favorite one in terms of the animations and such. Ooh, they're gonna do double humans on that. But they're out of cycling cards. Okay. So I'm stuck on 4 lands, but I'm doing well. Okay. That'll tap me out, and I'm sure they will cycle... Well, they only need to cycle once, and then they have 2... Ugly Cat is a good card, I think, yeah. That's one of the ones I was trying to get the wild cards for. Yep, there's 1 cycle. You should have brought your Fox out, then cycled. But there, that gives them 1 more cycle, so that's exactly what I'm saying. They're going to add up all of that. They have 1 more cycle? No, they have a bite. That's a fight, not a bite. And I guess I'll just go for it. They have 1 more blue, which could be the unstable mutation thing, whatever it's called. Not unstable mutation. That's the old classic card. And there. Okay. That'll work. 1 final cycle to get 2. Yep, there we go. They got me down to 40 life. Well, let's just go for it. So many combat tricks. As long as they don't attack with those 2 3/1s. Oops, they're out of cycling cards. Maybe. There's another Ugly Cat. They can make a bunch of... They can make a... They're good gaming me. They can make a bunch of 1/1s, and so can I. Ah, man. Fine. I'm gonna double block that. Okay, they finally want to double block that. So yeah, that Zenith Flare, that's the end result. That's the end game of the Boros deck. Although this is everything. They draw 4 cards, but they tap out. Okay. 1 final cycling land. There's Vivian. So they'll probably have another Zenith Flare. That's 13. They can cycle back to 20 life. They can Zenith Flare back to 20 life. How many cards are there here? They have 33 cards, and I have 43 cards. Oh, look at that. Inspired Ultimatum. Well, I guess they got to a critical mass now, so... I don't doubt that when it's their turn, they are going 66 life. I don't doubt that they're going to be able to cycle that fox beyond the range of my divine arrow. but then it'll be within the range of my Blade Banish. See, now they got it to work. Was that a fake out the first time? Or did they just misplay? Ominous Seas, that's a little late for that. Interesting. I guess they feel really sure that they'll be able to cycle a lot. You're going to cycle one thing now, get 2 counters, do the damage with Stinger and Flourish. That's a 2/2. They're down to 3 cards. Now each of the 1 things gets a 1. I hope they don't think that all of them get added to 1. Gain a life back to 10. Now with this Felidar, I will be able to tap things. Okay, well, I guess they're going to actually pull it off, so I guess, what are the outs on this? I've got the Blade Banish for when that Kraken comes live. And they're down to 21 cards. They have 1 more. Well, let's do a little bit of this. Let's finally bring out this Planeswalker and just start to build up some. Maybe Menace. Oh, it doesn't have Menace. Okay, well, Trample then. Although what I could do is if I make them into vigilant creatures, I can tap them with my Felidar. Okay, so at least they're out. Next turn, okay, they get to the 8th. And then I've got 2 banishings here. These will have Summoning Sickness. They have 2 8/8s. That's pretty lucky. The only problem is it has Summoning Sickness. They have their second Kraken, which I will be happy to exile. So they got to 8 very fast, but double blocking that. They really want to get it, okay. So So they left one unblocked creature. One more fox. Cycle a fox, sure. I have 67 life. Let's just tap this out already. I'm sure they have another Zenith anywhere there to get life back. Haven't seen any combat tricks in this way with them, but
I call and Decoria answers.
there's a Zenith for 19. Well, too bad that I have 67 life. And vigilant creatures. None of them have lifelink at the moment, however. So all they need to do is hit me for a few more of those Zeniths. It didn't pause for them, so they might not have anything meaningful. Okay, it didn't pause for them. Are they finally losing their will to live? Because I don't think they can still hit me with another 20 damage. Run him through with my claws of furry fury. I hope so. It's been going on long enough. Okay, those foxes are getting big. Are they gonna summon 2 Krakens again? I'm out of those things. Tap these out. They still have a pause on something. So I'm sure it's one more of those Zeniths. That's still going to be 19 damage. They tried to hit me for 20. They should have probably taken out one of my critters, right? Then off the top I get to play that, which has vigilance. There's another Zenith for 20. Back to 27. Back to 11 for them. How many cards in their graveyard? 13. Ooh, they're cycling that one. Huh, why didn't they just hardcast that? I guess all 4 of them are... Well, they can only do 1 at a time, actually. So, it's a legendary. They're there already, getting ready. That those Krakens are coming. But I've got plenty of blockers, maybe? Fine, let's tap this already. This has been a very interesting match. I would, of course, love to win it, but I guess I won't be mad if I don't. There's their final Kraken. our set. What are they gonna drop? Yadaro is 8, I believe. So, no, that was a non-land, so that's fine. The shame is that Vivian doesn't have any like real good ultimate. It does let me, and then they're like, I've had enough. I've cycled down to 12 cards, and the cat, the furry claws of fury are too much. So, okay. Well, I wonder how long that one took, but that was a hard fought win. Yeah, with enough life gain there, and I still had. Oh, I went all the way up to the 4. Okay, great. So, I guess cats get it done. Let's claim that prize. Scampering Scorcher, that one triggers me so bad. 10th District, love that one. And here, Spawn of Mayhem, worthless. So, 600, I recouped my investment there, and I swept the floor with everyone. I had 1 loss. I think that's gonna be good for me if this has been 4 hours. Let's see, I started at 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This is about to be 5 hours. There's 15 minutes until it's 5 hours. Let's do those final 15 minutes. Nah, let's not. It's gonna be... let's not. Even though it's only 15 minutes and all of that. Let's start to wind down, because this has been a pretty cool ups and downs. The this final triumph of 5 wins is a cool way to end things. The draft was pretty cool. I did have a couple of games where I thought the luck was too strong against me, and then there were other games where things worked well. We did a little bit of the ladder. I think I climbed the ladder a little bit, right? So, yeah, that was some fun stuff. I did get raided by Magic. Let me put it right here just as proof right there. Got a Magic raid right there. Now, the number never makes sense, hosted with 1. There were more people there, but this is the thing, like TBH. How does that even work when you get hosted? Because when I was looking, like I'm looking at the Magic channel right now, they're not hosting anyone. And it says there's about like 30 people watching it, but I bet they're just in the chat there for whatever reason. So, maybe what I could do next time, like when the channel is not being raided, I could jump in there and say, hey, I'm live, come check me out. I don't know what system they use to raid people or host people. What's the difference anyway? Raid, I think, is that they definitely move the viewers to the new person, but host, I think, is that they just show your stream in their system. So I think that's how that works. Yeah, and I'm still learning all about streaming. Sometimes there's like a bunch of stuff to learn about. But anyway, just for fun, let's do this right here. Top. Show me the top here. So, over on Twitch, Commander Root and Feet and Aiton, Rubber Slayer, another TT viewer, Lemon Juices. That's who the top people are over there on Twitch. And let's see if this shows it right here. It seems to be a little slower for YouTube, although it wasn't quite behaving those other weeks, right? But let's see if that shows something. I know when Daybreak tried it earlier, it was a little slow. Oh, there we go. It says, Mark, you have 3,625 points. Okay, well, once again, thanks so much for hanging out. Stay safe, wash your hands, say hi to the family. The big day is coming. And, oh, one thing that I forgot to do, I was going to do a segment. I forgot to do this. but I'll just do it right now while we're here at the end for us. I was also going to do the card of the day, and the card of the day is Legions of Lim-Dul from Ice Age. Look at that amazing art. I love the art on that. The ability is not great, of course. It's 3 mana for a zombie, and it's a 2/3, and it's got snow-covered Swamp Walk. So obviously, if you're doing Ice Age block limited, this is amazing. But nowadays, this is totally worthless, except in my heart. And then the flavor text. I have seen the faces of my dead friends among the grim band, and I can bear no more. Lucille, Fix's daughter, leader of the Order of the White Shield. So yep, classic set from my youth. Ice Age, I think this is the one. When I got back into Magic, I was having so many feels about my old Magic cards, and this will focus one day. Can't believe it. Maybe we should do a card of the day video. I actually am on the Patreon. If I recall, Mr. Anthony is a patron, and patrons get an exclusive on Patreon, an exclusive daily set of videos on cards. I have been talking about a variety of cards of the day, as well as comics, and just a general check-in. So I'm trying that on the Patreon exclusively for patrons, patreon.com/vmcampos. They are, however, part of like the 24-hour story things. So it's just like how Snapchat, Instagram, etc., it disappears in 24 hours. So every day at approximately 11:11 a.m. Pacific time, you can see these, and then for 24 hours. So it should still be there. Check out the Patreon, and how does that? Let's take a quick look over here. If you look at it on the web browser, it looks one way on the browser and another way on the app. But if you go to the where does it show? It should show something like that. So if you go to the Patreon on my account, you'll see, of course, all the posts and stuff, and then you will see those lenses right there.
It's VM Campos. Welcome to the daily check-in, where we'll check out a magic card and comic book from my collection and just.
So I've been doing that for a little while now, and they're there. And every day I put out a classic magic card and talk a little bit about it and so forth. Yeah, check it out. You get that as your patron reward. So yep, let's wrap that up. Thanks. I'll have that Narset video out on Monday. Check out that coffee video. Don't forget to thumbs up on that. And yeah, take care, everyone. We'll be in touch. This has been VM Campos, and I'll see you next time.